that's 40 years when I look around and see one of the best looking groups of old codgers I've ever been with. So, welcome. I'm so glad to see that you all came. I think we all owe a special thanks to the wonderful committee that put this together and worked very hard. Did a fantastic job. And I'd like you, all of you who are on the committee, to stand up so we can acknowledge you. Yes. Debbie Boyd, Mary Ellen Craig Leroy, Suzanne Darsh Albright, Jim Hogendorf, Julie Clem Gocker, Charlene Presty Sanders, Sharon Regato Morbillo, Tom Starsmore, Patty Watson Willette, and Gail Whiteman Allen, who's way in the back. Thank you all.
Awesome. All right. We debated a little bit on how to perceive a program and when to do the memoriam. And typically we would do that at the end, but we decided to do that right up front. At all of our reunions, we've looked at different ways to memorialize and remember our deceased classmates. And it seems like, well, it's true that between the last reunion and this reunion, we've had the greatest number of deaths. And I'm going to have Sharon come up in a minute and talk about that. But in the meantime, I just wanted to mention that probably the most recent loss we had that we're aware of was Eddie Bright. And I mention that because Eddie was a member of this committee. Eddie also had been on all the other committees, and he loved this class, he loved these reunions, and it was a great shock to us to lose him as suddenly as we did in October. And it made us start to think about there's Eddie. Yes. So it made us start to think about something that we might do a little differently this time to memorialize those folks. So Sharon, why don't you step up for a second? There are still about 60 folks that we were unable to locate. So the list of deceased classmates that we have is probably not complete. And I want to apologize to the friends and family of anybody that we might have inadvertently excluded.
Where did we go? Seriously, I want to say thank you to all of you who gave $50 for this dinner. And the reason we did that was not only because, obviously, the rising cost of things, but we wanted to find a different way to memorialize our classmates. So in conjunction with that, we have $1,000 to give to the Galasanos Children's Hospital in the name of the following people: Charlene Beisch, Harold Bonesteel, Joanne Chapone, Phyllis Semino, Robert Kachi, Christopher Ferris, Terry Fordham, Colleen Goddard, Susan Jones, David Kohler, Donna Lewis, Richard Mann, Leanne Masline, Danny Miscavige, John Nellis, William Owen, Karen Reynolds, Cheryl Ricco, Susan Romanu, Robert Sayu, Nancy Thayer, Kathleen Wally Wright, Laird Walker, Donna Williams, Wendy Williams, and Edmund Wright. And from all of us on the committee, sincerely, thank you.
Thanks again to all of you. Also, David Worth and Phil Sanciano were unable to attend, but they sent contributions too. We requested Strong to put an acknowledgement on the Webster alumni website. And Sharon, a special thanks to you for serving as the treasurer and doing such a great job.
Well, afternoon, we thought about the possibility of inviting somebody who had been a teacher administrator and had heard that Mr. Kachi had voiced on the alumni website some interest in seeing or hearing from old students or other teachers. So Tom Starsborn and I volunteered to look into that, see if he might be interested in coming. It didn't pan out. As it turns out, he's become a lot more immobile lately. He lives over at Bay Winds, and he sends his kindest regards to everybody and also his address. So if anybody is interested in popping in and saying hello to Mr. Kachi, we know how you can find him. But when we went over there, he thought it was pretty interesting that we were getting together and that we had come over to see him, and said, as long as you're here, after you guys left in 1967, we cleaned out what was left in your lockers. It got thrown in a box and somehow it ended up with me. And I expected that over the summer people would come and claim their crap, but nobody did. So as long as you're here, get it out of my basement. Tom, you have that. No idea. I think I hear something moving.
Oh, yes.
What is that?
It's a test tube, and there's kind of a congealed, gelatinous fluid in it that can only be Margaret Hamill's. One of the most vivid memories I have of blue biology, and Miss Davis, was the day she said, we're going to do an experiment with saliva. And she had to see how it works on different substances, and she handed out rubber bands because she thought it would be hard for a lot of us to produce saliva. But I have to say, this side of Gaylord Perry, I've never seen so much saliva produced. As happened that day with Margaret Hamill, who not only didn't need a rubber band, but it was like she turned on a spigot and it kept churning and churning, and I said that. And she had more than enough to share, so it was, Margaret, I think this is yours. We know Michael J. Fox went back to the future, but we found out that Doug Fogg did too. In his locker was a strikingly accurate picture of the space shuttle, and for those of you that haven't read your blurbs yet, our Doug works on the space shuttle now, so he was up to something clearly with Christopher Lloyd.
Thank you.
Oh my gosh. I don't know who this belonged to. Doreen? Doreen Davis? Are you here? Weren't you in Spanish club? I think you found a stupid book in your locker. Spanish for gringos? I gotta tell you, I wasn't much of a student back then, and I used to wonder how you guys got to be so fluent. Por supuesto! Muy bueno, mi amigo! Alright. What? Those are disgusting.
Oh, I see. Mr. Kachi said that this was Chuck Lamphere's secret to winning the States. It's nice to be enlightened now. definitely have fear.
You want to come and get this stupid thing?
Poke a hole in it.
Oh, I think it's really cute.
I didn't leave that in my locker.
Well, we can't leave it on Dave Allen because he's not here. That's gotta be yours. Oh gosh, what is this? I don't know what we have next. It's like a blank piece of paper. It says R.L. Thomas attendance card, 1966 to 67. It's totally blank except for the name. Bruce O'Neill. Come and get it, Bruce. You know, you've always made it to the reunion, but you've never made it to school. There we go. What else we have in there?
This is a set of car keys. Well, we may never know for sure how that car got in the courtyard. But I think these were coming from Tom McManus's locker. Tom here to reclaim and maybe drive off the jalopy, which no doubt is still in existence in Webster somewhere. Perhaps on his front yard. We don't know.
We still want to know how that got there.
I have no idea.
Don't believe you. All right, what else do we have in here? Oh, God, look at this. Charlene? Stephanie? Bruce? Jordan? Who else? My God, look at them all.
Suzanne?
Oh, God, yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
That one's mine. All right. What else we got in there?
I know this isn't a jockstrap. A nose warmer. Oh, I think I know what you told me Mr. Kachi said about this. Margie Searchfield.
Can you please run on, Margie? Come on up.
I have the original, that's not.
I'm sorry. This is it.
Well, wait a minute, one of my classmates tried it on for me. I'm trying to think who.
I think it fits. Let's see.
Well, I didn't have to do it in math class, but I get to do it.
Gail, what do you have?
Wait. I have the linear version of the Margie Searchfield. Those four were from the algebra class of 19.
Is that fun? Yearbooks with them. Turn to page 37. Here's some yearbooks. You know, we went through our senior year making incredible jokes about this picture of Tom Eggleston. Now, Tom's not here to defend himself. And we used to think that there was something hanging down from his gym shorts in that lacrosse picture. And we had a lot of fun with that picture.